Okay, I had an episode yesterday morning on the way back from first shift, and I just found out the conclusion of it at about 2:20, 2:30, something like that. I'm walking off the job, and I'm walking up and around the corner. Now, as I walk down, I'm walking to police headquarters. There's a hospital across the street. Now, I see a car, and I see a man sitting outside the car talking, obviously, to 911. I know this because he's saying hit and parked car in the same sentence. And I'm thinking he parked his car and someone hit him, he's going to file a report, blah, 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 blah. But what we are trained to do is, if there's an accident, we always ask people, do you want to go to the hospital? Are you sick? Are you injured? Aside from that, we can't get involved, okay? It's insurance, and that's it. But I have to ask, is anything okay? Is everybody okay? Anyone sick? Anyone hurt? Guy says, these are civilians, it's a man and a couple of women. Guy says, someone's passed out. So I ran right across the street into the hospital parking lot. Now, it's the street, the sidewalk, the fenced-in area, hospital parking lot. In fact, if you watch the HBO show, Show Me a Hero, there's a scene that takes place. It's like a 2-minute scene in one of the episodes. It takes place in the parking lot where I went into. Okay? Now, when you take first aid, my first aid certification is expired. The first thing they teach you is to call for help first, because the end result is the doctor. Okay? Paramedics are there to stabilize the person and transport them to the doctor. But the end result is getting to the doctor. And you have to start that ball rolling. And this guy is calling 911, he's starting the ball rolling. So I'm figuring, you know what, I got a hospital right here. I'll run inside. A lot of them know me because I go to the bathroom here sometimes on the way back from work or to work. Let me go and see what's going on. So I run into the hospital emergency room. And there's a security guard right at the booth. And I say, I have a guy passed out outside. I need help right away. You got to call paramedics. You got to rate and everything. I said, call me now. And we walk out in the parking lot. He follows me. Down the end, there's an emergency room entrance where the paramedics come directly in. Now, there's at least 2 paramedics, if not 3 or 4. But I see at least 2. And I yell at them, and they look at me. And I say, and I have my vest on, I got the stop sign. I said, listen, I need help. I got a guy passed out. I need you guys right now. Now, they're bringing in a patient. The patient is sitting up in the gurney. His eyes are open. He's aware. He knows what's going on. When you take first aid, they teach you. If you have 2 people that are sick, if one is conscious and one is unconscious, you go for the unconscious person first. Because you don't know if it's a heart attack, you don't know if it's a stroke, you don't know if it's a diabetic coma, okay? You go for the unconscious person first. So, they could have had one paramedic wheel the conscious person in, make sure he's taken care of, his name, his address, his blah, 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 whatever, doctor, whatever, nurse, whatever. And the other paramedic could have came, got stuff out of the truck and came with me, or brought the truck out. They're right fucking there. The distance of the paramedics to the guy dying is less than 100 feet. I'm not even fucking joking when I tell you this. So, and they walk past me, they walk past like nothing's happening. Security guard turns around, walks right back inside. Now I scream, one of the women had followed me, that was standing by the car, followed me. And I scream at the top of my fucking lungs. I'm like, I got a man dying here. I need help God now, god damn it. I said, I'm police department, I outrank all of you. Because I am. I'm police department, therefore I outrank all of you. Unless one of you is a police officer, I outrank you. I don't give a fuck, I outrank you. Especially when I got an emergency on my hands. So I go back to the car, go to the passenger the rear passenger window. Stick my hand in, feeling around for the fucking knob, can't find it. Fuck. Next window. The guy's there like this. He's fucking dead. Stick my head in, turn the little knob, open the door, door's open. Woman says to me, a woman I recognize says to me, don't touch him. I said, I'm not gonna touch him. I had to open the door because I have to have a plane of entry for them to come in. Okay? And the reason why I chose the passenger side is because I don't want to break where he is, because I don't want him to get cut. I got cut myself looking for the fucking button, but whatever. So now, fire arrives, emergency service unit arrives, which is our people, and I told them, I said, I'm only forced entry. The doors are open now, because I opened the doors, so they opened his door, pulled him right out. They didn't want to drag him past the glass, they just opened his door and pulled him out, but I had to open the doors. They pulled him out, threw him on the ground, chest, heart, his eyes open, beep, beep, beep. I was standing at his head about 2 feet back, so he's there and I'm like here, and I'm like this. And then I asked one of the paramedics for some bandages or whatever, he's like, be right with you. I said, he comes first, I know that. They put him on the gurney, put him in the hospital. Ironically, the hospital was going to fucking die. He's in there recovering now. So, now, I'm asking a couple of the guys. Now, I obviously told the first 2 guys that I broke the window. They like, you stop signing us, no, I got my tool. Other cops are coming. Detective, I told the detective, I told him that within my report, I said, I want you guys to know that the hospital, I told them to help, and they refused and walked away from me. I want that written in the report. I said, I had a security guard at the booth. I had 2 guys. I said, I wanted that in the report. So that's in the official report that the hospital went out of their way, walked away from me, knowing that he was dying. So, things are happening here and there. I got a cut on me. They bring me across the street to get me some gauze out of one of the police cars. Hands me the gauze. I'm like, what? There's no... Well, actually, before I got the gauze, they got my information down. I had my hand bleeding. They got my information down. Vincent asked, I'm Jackie's son. Oh, yes, I think I got this friggin' job, but I deserved it. So then I went to the car with the guy across the street. Whole block was shut down. Guy gave me the gauze. No fucking tape. I go back now. I don't know if this was before I got the gauze, but over the course of this episode, a couple of detectives I knew came up from the headquarters. Sergeant, who I went to high school, was a year older than me, he came by. Sergeant's coming this way, Detective Dudley's coming that way. The sergeant sees the glass, takes one look at me, like this. They were laughing 2 seconds later, they all fucking laughing, no big deal. One of the detectives is there, he came up, he's got the sunglasses on, he's looking like this. Good job, Vinny. The cops that I did not tell about I told the 2 cops about the broken glass. The other cops knew that I broke the glass. Why? Because I had to take 2 shots. I had to break both fucking windows to get the doors open. That's how, only I would fucking do that. Only I would fuck up the first one and have to go to the next fucking window. Only I would do that shit. I still got my hand. My hand is still fucking cut. You see my hand? My hand is like still like bruised here. There's fucking skin missing there. Now my hand is still like, let me bring it around this way. Yeah, you can see there's like a bruise like right there and shit. Fucking yeah, that one right there. That's a bruise. So anyway, that's that. And I go back to the house. I said I want to know if the guy's alive. Now I know a guy in the neighborhood that works at the hospital, and he told me today. And I said, what happened with that guy yesterday? He's like, well, oh, that guy. He had a stroke, not a heart attack. He's alive. Now, as the civilian, the guy that made the call was walking away, I said, listen, I gotta thank you, man, because he's like, thank you, man. You're so awesome. I broke the fucking window. You're awesome, man. You did a good job. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, listen, man, from my point of view, all I saw was a parked car. Because the guy was in his seat, but he was like, fucking this. And from across the street, all I saw was a parked car. I said, that guy would have died. And then I said, I saved 9 guys. This will make 10. So now it's 10 official. But I saved 9 people because people won't fucking stop them. He's like, man, you good, man. I was like, yeah. And he said to me, this is what happened. He saw the accident. The man was driving. He had a stroke. He crashed into a parked car. And people walked right past him. Now, I always say, take nothing for granted. And I've said in a couple of videos, I said a few videos ago, I was driving to work, there was a car accident, and I called to make sure that the fire was coming, the fire and paramedics were coming. And I always say, never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, take it for granted that someone else called 911. Here is an example where I went into a fucking hospital, a peace officer. A peace officer, went into a fucking hospital and told 3 employees to follow me because I had a guy dying, and they walked away like I wasn't even fucking there. Okay? Take nothing. They would have let that fucking guy die. If it wasn't for that civilian making the call, the guy probably would have died. If it wasn't for me, this guy was dead. Even if they fucking saw him, they didn't give a fuck. Now, I wasn't asking to go above their pay grade. I wasn't saying to the security guard, you gotta run into a building with me that's on fire. I wasn't saying to the paramedics, I got a guy with a fucking rifle, you gotta help me tackle him. I didn't tell them to do anything that was other than their job. Now, the only logical excuse for that behavior is this. If every single paramedic, intern, nurse, and doctor in that entire building was attending to an unconscious person, then they are justified. But if one person in that building was attending to anyone less than critical, they had no right. All the guy had to do was get on the radio and say, or get on the intercom, and say, listen, I got a guy out front, he's unconscious, I need a nurse or a doctor to come out immediately. That's all it would have fucking taken. Okay? They did nothing. And worse than that, when I gave an order, they disobeyed it. And they're gonna fucking hear from the department now. They're in trouble for this shit. I don't know if guys are getting suspended, but they're in trouble. So, take nothing for granted, period. My parking thing went up. My parking pass is going up. Yeah. And I'm looking at this now. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye.